Hi everyone, I thought I'd start the video somewhere other than my car because they're always in my car, but obviously I'm going to attach this to me being in the car when I leave. Well, not when I leave, I'm not going to immediately start filming, but I am going to try and film today if I get a chance so it can go up Monday, hopefully, fingers crossed. But my fringe has got a mind of its own today, literally. Needs cutting, never does what I want it to do when it needs cutting. Washed it last night with my new shampoo, which you don't know about yet, but I do have a new shampoo. But yeah, I'm not in the car. You can see my hair. Because normally when I'm in the car, it's in a plait because of a dog walk. But when I'm not walking her, it's not in a plait. But it will be in a plait if I do go on a dog walk. So I'm going to go and do the food shopping, and I'm getting out about 10 minutes later than I thought I would. In fact, I thought I was going to get out earlier. I started on a really good roll this morning on less than 5 hours sleep. Couldn't get to sleep. And started getting like ready quickly and then went downhill a little bit. But I'm just going to go and do something, put my coat on and go. So the next clip should be me in the car somewhere, whether it's a shop or the dog walk. I don't know which way round it's going to be, but I can't edit too much, so I can't film too much because it might not save. So just in case I can't save it, I'm not going to keep talking because I don't want to keep talking and not be able to use this clip. So yeah, stay tuned if you want to watch the rest of my day. I almost forgot this. And I went back home for it because I got round the corner. I didn't get to the main road. I was like nearly at the main road, and my mouth's dry. I'm like, oh, my mouth's dry, and I was like, oh god, my drink. So I went back. It actually seems to be extra dry today. I don't know why. I don't really have anything to say. Do you know what? I was driving here and this guy was in front of me, and his reg plate was R200 Sam, and because I was listening to Richie Sambora, it reminded me of Richie Sambora, because R and then Sam, Richie Sambora. I know it's not him. If it was, I hope he wasn't drink driving. I'm at the first shop. I'm going to go in 2 minutes. I'll try and edit a bit of a video together. I mean, it might not let me. I might just end up with clips that I can't save because my phone is just over full at this point. It's doing that rain where it's very light, and like if you don't put your hood up, it'll get, like, your hair will get wet super quickly even though it's super light. But if you put your hood up, people think you're strange. I'm just going to be strange. I was on the phone and someone came back to the car next to me, and Wanted Dead or Alive came on full blast. At least they've got good taste. Got lipstick on today. I'm only tapping it on because I don't think much came off with my drink. This is one of those shades where it's like your lip colour but better. I've got 2 of them and I couldn't find my original one that's been open ages. So I opened this new one that I had like spare because it's a limited edition packaging. And then I was using this for a few weeks, and then I found the original one. But you can tell it's been open for a while because it's not as smooth to go on as this is. I mean, it still looks good because I put it on the other day, I think. Yeah. you know what, I've been here about 20 minutes ish, 15 minutes. I should just go straight in. Sometimes I do. Well, I always have a drink and then I ring my dad and see if there's anything specific that he wants. Hi everyone. Do you know what? I'm ahead of time today. I don't know how it happened. When I came out the first shop, I was like, God, is that the time? Like, as in, like, I was shocked by the time because it's normally later. And then when I came out the second shop, I'm like, God, I'm still more ahead than what I normally am. And I've actually got here, like, I've gone home, got the shopping in, had a lovely welcome when I got home, and got changed, got the drinks ready, and got here. And like last week I weren't even home at this time. Like I said, I was definitely weren't home, and I was too ill to go out anyway. But you know, there's times when I'm not even left the house at this point. I do try and leave by 2:45 at the latest. I mean, 3 o'clock's the absolute latest, but really 2:45 is like the latest I want to, but I'm willing to go at 3 if I have to. But it's like 2:25 now, so I don't know how I've managed to be ahead all day, seeing as I've had less than 5 hours sleep. So yeah, hi. Hope everyone's day is going well so far, whatever you did on Friday. This is hopefully going to be Monday's video. Hopefully it's going to let me edit all this stuff together. Well, it'll let me edit it, whether or not it'll let me save it or not, that's a whole different story. It's really rainy, like it keeps doing, you know, like really light rain, but it's a sort of light rain that you get soaked in, and then it'll stop for like a minute, and then it'll do it again, and then it'll get a little bit heavier, then it'll stop. It's just, I don't know. And it's saying it's 10 degrees. I don't know if it feels colder or not. I've put my big scarf on. Do you know what? All this here is the scarf. I'm not like touching myself. Literally, this is all the scarf. So it looks like I've put weight on this. It's the scarf. Sometimes I have a lot more of it out because I don't really like all this extra padding. Oh yeah, I was looking at the weather, weren't I? Are you drinking? Dog is a dog. I didn't think you had any water in that dish. I mean, do you want some water? Where's that dish? If I can reach it, you can have some. Where is the dish? I can't reach it. Oh yeah, I was looking at the weather and then I just heard the dog licking something out of the dish. Feels like 6, wind 12. It was like 23 last night. But it's raining and I've got clean hair and I'm gonna put my hat on. Do you know what's annoying when it's windy and it's like you're in an open space? This won't stay bloody down and I'm having to hold onto it whilst I'm walking, whilst holding the lead. I don't really have much to say today. It's Saturday tomorrow. Like it'll be Monday when this goes up if I can manage to merge it. I mean, it might not let me merge the other stuff, you might just end up with this. But the masked, oh my god, Masked Singer. I think Mitch Sambora, Jack Potato, I think he's gonna like get voted out this week because it's a double elimination. And he's been saved twice now. and I think it was a double elimination. I mean, I don't even watch the show, but you've seen the nosy little bug looking out the back window. I'm presuming because it's a double elimination, it won't go to like the judges' vote where they like decide who they want to keep, unless the bottom 3 are like up for elimination and the judges pick 2 to eliminate. But that doesn't necessarily mean, if that's the case, that they're going to save him. I guess it's going to depend on the performance. So I mean, like, I do believe he's going to be out this week, even though I think he's one of the top 2 best singers in the competition. I do think he'll be out this week, which is a shame. I hope it's 2 performances, because at least then we'll get 2 performances, but I don't know. Obviously, like, he's going to have his guitar. I mean, it'd be a shame if he doesn't actually play it, but how can he play it with the gloves on? Unless they cut the tips out the fingers and just like leave, I don't know, they could cut the fingers off, not his fingers, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so when you're watching this, we'll know, and you'll know if you watched it, and obviously I'll discuss it in the next one that I film, which I'll probably film Monday. I don't have anything scheduled for Tuesday that I'm aware of. I've got stuff that I can edit, but I don't know if I'm gonna, so you might get one of these on Tuesday, you might not. This is not a guarantee. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in 3 minutes time, let alone Tuesday. I might just move one of the other videos. I might actually do that, actually. I think I'm going to do that. I feel like there was something I wanted to say, but I can't remember what. Can't remember. I literally don't know. I literally don't have a clue. I just think I'm like all talked out. Like, I don't plan to do these talking videos every day. I did plan to do other things, and I've just been filming every time I've come for a walk with the dog, which was never my intention. My intention was to do other things as well. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to get 365 videos up this year, and I don't even know if it's even achievable. I started it late. I think I'm on 15. I think 15 went up today. I was at 15 tomorrow. I'm on 16. I don't even know. I literally do not know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to carry it on. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to get sick. Like, I did get sick and I couldn't film. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, I can't predict anything. As much as we like want to do things, and we might make plans and go, we want to do this, we want to do this. Life's got a funny thing of like messing everything up and changing things, and sometimes it changes it for the best and sometimes it's for the worst, and then you've got to deal with stuff that you don't want to deal with, but you've got to deal with because like life's just crazy at times and it's unpredictable, and it's very much unpredictable. So I can't predict an hour from now. I can't even predict 10 seconds from now. Like, someone could come and crash into me whilst I'm sat here. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, some of the drivers around here, well, the drivers I've come across today, my God, do you know what? Insurance companies should pay us for getting out of the way of dangerous drivers who do stupid things. That's what should happen, instead of putting everyone's insurance up because people are claiming. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I should like get a dash cam and send them the footage of me avoiding like 9 million accidents a bloody week. Like, it's just insane. Some people definitely shouldn't drive. If you can't like drive onto your drive in one go, you shouldn't be driving. If you can't reverse park onto your drive when you've got an easy drive, you shouldn't have a license. If you can't park in a parking space that's like 10 spaces wide, do you know those super wide ones, and you're still on the line, or you're on a dodgy angle, or you're into the next one in front of you, then definitely shouldn't have a license. If you constantly stole your car, you shouldn't have a license. If you drive using your phone, you definitely shouldn't have a licence. Do you see the dog just move? It's because 2 dogs just walked past. Do you know what? Once I was here and there was like a drug deal happening. Like, do you remember that time when I was on Tesco car park? I've said this, like, I think I said it in Vlogmas, and there was a drug deal, and I was more appalled about the fact that they did it in a car parking space that I sometimes parked in. But yeah, I was here once, and there was like these 2 teenagers like loitering, acting really suspicious, and I'm like, what are they up to? Because there's literally nothing you can do, like, that's dodgy. And this car pulled up, and like they bought drugs off this guy in this car, and I'm like, they didn't even try and hide it, but they were acting so suspicious that they were drawing attention to themselves before the drug deal even got here. Like, I mean, I've never waited around for drugs personally, but I'd like to hope that if I ever did, that I wouldn't stand there like drawing attention to myself, acting really obvious like they were. So yeah, I only just mentioned that because there's this guy acting really weird over there. Maybe he's waiting for the drug deal. Also, just a question, how do you know, like, to get out, like, how do you get hold of a drug dealer and go, I want to meet you such and such a place? Like, how does that even happen? And how do you even spot a drug dealer to even, like, do you know what I mean? Like, how do you know he was a drug dealer? Well, obviously, I mean, are they obvious? Probably not, because I don't know what they look like. I mean, they probably just look like everyone else, don't they? I mean, I don't even know if we even got onto this story, but, like, just curious, like, how you come across one and how you arrange to, like, oh, it's sounding like I'm trying to get drugs. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just curious, like, obviously they were like 2 teenagers, like, how did they arrange to meet this person? How did they get the number? We're seeing like some of the crazy stuff people get up to on drugs, and then they get addicted, and then they do stuff to fund the habits. And do you know what? People take drugs to escape life and stuff, and like, God, if we could escape life that easily, we'd all be doing it. Like, you're never going to get to the root of the problem if you're just taking drugs all the time. Do you know what I mean? And then you're there getting in debt, or you can't afford it, and then you're doing stuff like stealing things or whatever you're doing to fund your habit. It just seems like, yeah, you're getting like whatever you want from it, whether it's to escape something or to feel a certain way, but then you're going to come down from it, or whatever happens. Like, do you come down from it? Does it just stop? Whatever happens, then you're going to still feel the way you felt before, and then you're probably going to want to do it again, and then it's going to cost you more and more money. How are you going to fund that? How are you going to function? I know people function and they take loads of drugs and they carry it on, but it's not worth it. Like, I remember being told stories by someone in my family when they used to like go clubbing and stuff about people ODing and stuff. That put me off for life. Like, they were telling me all this stuff as a child, and I was horrified about like what was happening to these people when they were ODing, and like they were taking, like, not even ODing half the time, just taking drugs that were like dodgy drugs that weren't like made properly. I don't know how you make them, but so I was always told these stories, and I was always like, well, I never want to try that, it sounds horrific. So I think people should be told about it from a much younger age, about like in primary school, about how horrifically wrong it can go, because that's what I was always told, these stories about when they were going out clubbing and like people ODing and stuff. No, it's not for me. Never been tempted, never wanted to. And I think children should be scared about them from a young age, so then they're never tempted. I know some still will be, but the stories that I were told, and it wasn't even to like scare me, they were just like talking about like the night out and stuff and things that had gone down. I was like, oh my God, like it just sounded absolutely scary and horrific what they were viewing whilst they were like out clubbing. And then like I was always taught, and like I've only ever been to like 3 nightclubs or 4, like, cause I'd rather go to a bar. I think because I was scared from like maybe 7, I think children younger should be scared and shown the realities of what can go wrong with drugs. But yeah, and all that because there was just someone loitering in the same place. I was like waiting for the drug dealer to come down again. They've actually gone, I think. they were just acting really weird. I wonder if they live on my street. Fascinating story today, or video, talking about drugs. Don't do them. Go for a walk, get some fresh air. Skydive. Be cheaper over. Oh, wouldn't it? I saw this woman yesterday who was about to walk past. I'll tell you a quick story because I'm actually waiting for someone to go. But yesterday I was just getting back to my car. She's literally stood by my car. Obviously when my dog sees a dog, she gets super excited and starts leaping around, and there's a lot of dog owners, well, not a lot, but there are certain some that like think she's being aggressive and like say nasty things, and I'm there like, she's friendly, and they just give me dirty looks. Anyway, she was trying to get a dog who's walking incredibly slowly because he's 13 out of the way. She's like, oh, that dog's on the lead, don't go near it. And I was like, she's friendly. She looked at me and I went, she's friendly. She just gets overexcited. She's like, oh, people won't like her on a lead. I went, some don't. I said some, like proper dog owners, can tell that she's just excited and she wants to play. I said, but I do get some quite horrific like aggression, like the way people talk to me, even when I tell them like she's friendly. And she's like, oh, what did they say? And I told her some of the things that they said. I'm like, just because a dog's on a lead, it doesn't mean they're aggressive. Some are nervous, some aren't trained, some don't want to be off a lead. And she's like, oh, well, mine doesn't feel comfortable on a lead because we only live around the corner and I just walking down, but I have to have a lead just in case. And if I put him on the lead, he hates it. And yeah, we talked for a few minutes, and she's like, I shouldn't like judge dogs on leads. I said, well, a lot of people do. I said, but she's like leaping around excited. I said, she's not trying to bite anyone, she's literally wagging her tail. She just gets very playful and overexcited that there's a dog, and she does. So end of the story. Hopefully I can edit it all together. I'm going to get on the walk later than I planned, like nearly 10 minutes later, but I'm ahead of time anyway. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. If I can't put the other stuff on, you're just getting this random drug taking video. Well, not drug taking. And if you wonder what I was eating, I was eating this, but it might not let me add it. It's a chickpea and sweet potato fritter with tomato salsa, tomato, chili relish and lettuce in a plain tortilla wrap. It was the only vegan option that I wanted because the only other two were the fake bacon sandwich, which no, or the fake prawn sandwich, again, I didn't want. So if I didn't spot this, I wouldn't have got anything because there was nothing that I liked. I ate a third of it when I left the shop, and then I've just finished it off. So if I managed to put that on, I was eating this. If not, I ate this on not slow-mo, but whatever. Anyway, I've got to go. Bye everyone.